What's up, world? How you doing? It's your boy Jaron Ikner back again for another episode of Morning Motivation. This is episode 2 of season 2. Second season, we in there, we out there, we doing it. We're doing it. Feeling pretty good today. Woke up to my album being number 11 on the pre-order charts, hip hop pre-order charts, Arizona Kanye 2. So that's cool. That's like probably like the highest my album's ever been on any kind of chart. So that's very exciting. You could go on iTunes right now and go pre-order the album. Type in Jaron Ikner, Jaron. It's actually right there. And look for Arizona Kanye 2. Smash that pre-order button. It helps me out. Or you can go to my website. There's actually a link in the comment section of this video. Go check it out. Anyways, so today I am finishing up a couple orders. I got a couple of bios I got to finish up. Gonna be still out here shilling the pre-orders for the EP. Gonna keep working on the album. Pretty standard day. Nothing really crazy going on today besides just staying focused on this artistic craft. So not many updates there. So we'll go ahead and get to the topic. I want to talk about the concept of weighted words. And this is something I was thinking about this morning when I woke up. And I kind of want to like present a scenario. So let's say for whatever reason, you as a person are only given, let's say, 100 words a day. You could only say 100 words a day. Imagine that, right? I would already be hitting my limit in the intro of this video. And it kind of makes you realize the value of communication and the power of non-verbal communication and how these things tie into being an artist. And basically what I'm saying is like you have to really think about what you're saying, how you're saying, and how it can impact somebody. I write a lot, especially on my Facebook page. I make at least 15 posts a day on my Facebook page. I would say half of them are probably kind of posts that are stream of consciousness thoughts that are designed to stimulate conversation. I know this for a fact that some of the things that I do are quote unquote trigger things. And while that's not necessarily my intention, I do understand the weight behind the words that I'm putting out into the world. I also understand how those words can in turn affect somebody who may interpret them in a way that wasn't intended. And basically what I'm trying to get at is that as an artist, especially if you're a musician or a writer, your words are your number one weapon. You can use these words to do anything. And it's kind of like when I really think about the existence of the human species, right? And the evolution that we've gone through, all these different things that we've gone through as human beings, through the discovery of fire and the invention of the internet and the telephone and all these crazy things that have happened to humans on this planet in a very short, finite amount of time, it all stems from one thing, and that's communication. The ability to connect with somebody, the ability to speak or physically or mentally connect with somebody on a level that is beyond just you being in the same room together or whatever. And this all comes down to your words. It comes down to your body language, and it comes down to how you connect with somebody. As an artist, that is by far, by far, the most important thing that you have is your ability to communicate. In fact, almost by definition, being an artist is basically finding ways to communicate with people in new ways, whether it's through painting, whether it's through writing, whether it's through your music. You are communicating in languages that are universal. And the weight of your words are much more heavy when you're doing it in an artistic sense. This is why I always stress to people the power of the story, because otherwise your words don't have a lot of weight to them. That's not necessarily true in like the grand scheme, because a club song goes hard, right? And you being able to rap very well and rhyme miracle with lyrical and all that, that's also incredible. But at the same time, if going back to what I said at the top of this post, if you're only given 100 words a day to speak, 100 words a day, what are you doing with those words to make sure that they're going to be something that leave a mark? What are you doing to make sure those words are going to do what they're supposed to do, which is connect with people and communicate with people and take everybody involved to a higher level of understanding and a higher level of connection? Because that's really what being an artist is all about. It's about connection. If you think about, even let's scale this down to painting. If you think about painters, for example, a painter, you know, a really good painting resonates with people from all around the world. You see something, and a person from a different walk of life, vastly different background, vastly different history and viewpoint of the world, might look at that painting and see the same thing. Or they might see something different. But what's interesting about it is the fact that they're able to take something from it. They're able to take something that connects with them on a level beyond just being like, oh, look at those paint strokes on that canvas. The same thing with music. A really good song can resonate with multiple people from multiple sects of life, from multiple backgrounds, multiple histories, in ways that other mediums can't. And that's why you have like worldwide hit songs. A song like Old Town Road doing numbers and being on the charts for however long, 18 weeks or whatever, #1. Mostly because Lil Nas X was crossing communication streams. He was crossing into the country communication stream. He was crossing into the hip hop communication stream. He was crossing into the pop communication stream. And he resonated with all these people at the same time. It's pretty incredible, especially thinking about it in hindsight. And the point is that understanding that level of communication and understanding that your almost obligation as an artist is to use your talents and your skills to achieve the highest level of communication to your target audience or your peers or whoever you're trying to make music for. That's basically it. And it's not like really that complicated. People tend to make it complicated, but it's honestly really not that complicated, because at the end of the day, it really just comes down to who you are as a person. It comes down to what you want out of this and how do you communicate that to the world. If you want money, fame, fortune, that's fantastic. But that has to be clear in your intentions. That has to be clear in your communication. If you want to be known as a talented person, and if you want to reach people on a different level that goes beyond just making music, whatever, then your communication has to reflect that. If you think about all the greatest musicians of all time, or hell, let's scale it down. Let's even look at like The Weeknd. And one thing I really like about The Weeknd is how dedicated he is to his rollouts and understanding that it goes well beyond just having a hit single. His rollout for After Hours is by far one of the best rollouts I've seen in a long time. I'm not saying of all time, but in a long time. His rollouts one of the best rollouts I've seen in a very long time. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he created a universe. He knew what he wanted to say. Like, he knew what he wanted to communicate. He knew the weight of his words. He knew the theme of his album. He understood that went beyond just the music. Now, granted, he probably could have dropped the album and did just fine, but he understood that he needed to communicate on different platforms in different ways. So he created a whole damn short film. And every music video that he put out, they were connected. And he also wore the same outfits on all his live performances. And what he was doing there is he's communicating to you non-verbally in different ways the 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 aesthetic of the music that he's trying to present to you. It goes well beyond just making a good song. It's understanding your audience. It's understanding the weight of your words and how they impact your audience. And it's about taking that information and that data and using it to grow and take yourself to the next level. And that's basically it. That was pretty concise. I like that. Thanks you guys for watching episode 2 of season 2, Morning Motivation. Make sure you guys, do whatever people do on social media these days, which is like, subscribe, follow, all that. This podcast will be up probably about a week. I'm trying to stop piling first and then upload them all at once. But make sure you go to JaronIkner.com where you'll find some of my music, the pre-order link for Arizona Kanye 2, and other cool stuff, including like scripts I've written, stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. So go check out the website. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.